Hi, my name is Sky. I'm a vampire VTuber, and today we're reacting to even more Parz. All right, let's get into it. I'm so excited. It's been so long.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian. Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk named
It's Australian, so of course it listens to Down Under and as
Australian.
what is that? Victoria Bitter? Is that Australian beer?
Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it. It can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin.
Oh god.
And the way it can achieve it is this bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails having a reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a
I love the video game jokes. Please, more memes. More jokes.
grappling hook.
Oh
That's
god.
Right. Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang! The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers a
He's like Gunslinger from DBD, but way worse.
hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case that wasn't bad enough, as seems to be a requirement for spawning on Australian servers, it's venomous. That harpoon also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that instantly paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up a fight, as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
How big is that snail? Jesus, I just noticed. How big is that?
A nightmare.
Oh my, do you see the difference between the size of the snail and the size of the fish? That is the biggest snail I've ever seen, Jesus.
Version of Kirby. And, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh, yeah, and there's no anti-venom, because it's not enough that it can kill me. No.
Why does it need venom that's so powerful it can kill literally 400 people? Why? What's the point? Isn't it only supposed to eat fish? Australia is insane, bro.
I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this This shrimp
Skill issue.
has a gun. No, this isn't a Fortnite skin. This is a real f***ing animal, and it's called the pistol shrimp. Now, unsurprisingly, being named after a firearm, of course it's f***ing native to the United States of America. Where the f*** else do you think you were going to find it? However, they can actually be found expressing their Second Amendment rights over the majority of the globe too. Now, coming in at a huge 2 inches, it is not the size of his body that makes him special.
I gotta say once again, 2 inches is huge, man. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's huge. It's really big.
But the caliber of the big iron on his hip, or should I say big claw. You see, that oversized right pincher isn't just because he forgot to, switch hands while doing homework. No, mate, that claw is basically fucking Mega Man's arm cannon. But last I checked, they can't call in an ammo resupply under the sea. So how does the claw become a gun? The answer is bubble.
Bubble?
You see, these bad boys hunt smaller shrimp, And they start that hunt by jumping off the battle bus and looking for prey. Once they get within effective range, they will literally cock their claw like the hammer on a revolver. Weapon ready,
Nah,
they
that's
line up the
crazy.
shot, take aim, and
Nah. I've never seen a deadly bubble like that. What?
they snap their claws together so fucking fast it causes an underwater vacuum, creating
Oh my
an
God.
explosive cavitation bubble hotter than the surface of the sun. This bubble
That
is
is
then
insane.
launched at the enemy
What?
at over 100k an hour. The bubble then connects with the smaller shrimp and f***ing flashbangs it.
Once again, it's a shrimp. Why does it need something that's hotter than the sun? Why does it need so much power to kill a simple shrimp? My conspiracy theory is that those underwater creatures, the snail and the shrimp, are actually there to kill humans. And one day, they're gonna take over the world and kill us all. Watch, it will happen.
This either kills it outright or stuns it long enough to be consumed.
Oh,
Poor little fucker got quickscoped by Faye Shrimp. This
Nah, that's insane. I have no words for this.
is the world's oldest shark.
We got a boomer!
But how old actually is it? This absolute
Okay,
fossil
boomer.
over here is the Greenland shark. And this may come as a shock to you, but the Greenland shark is found in fucking Greenland, man.
No way.
And with Grandpa Shark here coming in at
I would have
fucking
never guessed that.
kaiju-sized 6 meters in length and a literal fucking ton in weight, this
That is
senior
insane.
citizen probably worked with God.
Isn't that the way of a car? I think so, right? Can you imagine a shark that like weighs the same amount as a freaking car? No, that's crazy.
Godzilla back in his fucking day. But how senior is senior? Well, you might be expecting him to say something along the lines of, 100 years, maybe 150 years, right? Try higher. No,
Higher?
not 200. Close, but not 300
3
either.
billion years.
No, the Greenland shark can live up to 500 fucking years.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
I was close.
I don't think you understand how old that is. So, to put it in perspective, this is Bob. Bob has just turned 500. Here is a
Happy
list of things
birthday.
this has lived through. All 8 of King Henry's divorces, the invention of chocolate,
I remember when
When
they
they
first
invented
invented
chocolate.
chocolate.
Shakespeare's
I always hated it.
entire lifespan, the Boston Tea Party, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States, the colonization of Australia, the Industrial fucking Revolution, the invention of the light bulb and adoption of electricity,
Oh no.
the Titanic becoming a submarine, World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, the Vietnam War, the fucking moon landing, and the invention of the internet. The first episode of SpongeBob. Schlatt's Crimes in 99. 2001.
Oh. Nothing happened in 2001. What do you mean?
The invasion of Iraq. The global financial crisis. The death of Harambe.
Harambe! I miss you, buddy.
Australia catching fire. The virus. And it's still with us today to watch fucking TikTok. This shrimp.
You know what the funniest thing is? Finally, there is a creature in this list that's actually older than me. Because, I am a vampire, so I'm technically 420 years old. And I often get called a hag. But finally, there's someone or something older than me. Finally, I'm not the boomer here. Another shrimp? How many deadly shrimps are there? Probably too many.
This shrimp can cause explosions.
My main
What?
goal is to blow up.
Introducing the Mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific Ocean and possibly the coolest crustacean under the sea. Because this fluorescent armoured sausage
It looks so cool.
is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon
What?
powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear. See,
Nah.
the mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey with easily the most advanced set of eyes on the planet. First off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently
they
like
look
a
so
periscope,
creepy.
giving them a full 360 degrees of vision. However, more
Have you ever noticed that undersea creatures kind of look like aliens, low-key? Like if you look at a lot of them, especially like the deep sea ones, they kind of look like they don't belong here, you know? They kind of look like they're from another world.
More importantly, they can see colours we can't. You see, the mantis
What?
shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3. Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Oh my piece.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And
What?
despite all of this, they still can't find who asked. What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and most importantly,
no Squidward.
Mr. Crabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside
go,
of a
it's fine.
defensive shell. So, how does this polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands. That's right, weighing in at
Really?
only 90 grams and 38 centimetres in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force. That is 176
Wait, what? 15,000 or 100? 150,000. I'm confused.
newtons of force. That is 176 newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite. Now, to produce that force, its claw
Nah.
needs to be moving at 8.
Once again, does it really need all that just to kill crustaceans or whatever it kills underwater? Does it really need all that? Like, look at that. This is a clam. Like, what's a clam gonna do, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
83 kilometers an hour.
Oh my
which
God.
is so fast, it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a
Bro,
speed,
what?
it creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun. Mr. Krabs is getting
Wait. That's the second time I've heard that today. If I had a nickel for every time a crustacean would create something that's harder than the sun, I would have too. Which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
disintegrated.
Money.
Money.
Scientists just de-extincted a 12,000-year-old dog. Well, kinda. You see, a bioengineering company called Colossal has dedicated itself to doing what every single Jurassic Park film has told us is a bad idea. Bringing back extinct species. And recently, they made a breakthrough. They have managed to bring back the 12,000-year-old direwolf. You know
It
those
looks
big-ass
so
puppies from Game of
cute.
Thrones that the Starks had? Yeah, those were actually a real-ass animal, alive during the late Ice Age. And the best way
Aw,
I
it
can
looks so
describe them to
fluffy.
you is basically a wolf on steroids.
Yeah, buddy.
These things were bigger, faster, and stronger, estimated to have the highest bite force out of any canine. And in a move that I'm sure has no implications, they have managed to bring these bad boys back to life.
Oh, my heart. This is the cutest thing I've seen. Oh my goodness. Finally some cute content. I mean they are apex predators, but they're so cute. If not friend, then why friend shaped?
Two little guys are now 6 months old and have been living on a private plot of land with 24/7 veterinary care. However, they've only just been shown off to the public, with the company going so far as to get a photo op with George R.R. Martin holding one of these adorable
what a
little killing
good
machines,
boy.
showing that man will literally interact with an extinct species before he finishes that last f***ing book. There is, however, one small problem. This isn't technically a direwolf. You see, by merit of them being extinct, short of specking into necromancy, you can't exactly bring them back. Which is where this guy comes in. You see, the grey wolf shares 99.5% of its genetic code with the direwolf. So, using CRISPR gene editing, they basically toss the grey wolf back into the spore creator, then using the code found in direwolf fossils as a build guide, juiced the out of it, boosting the size slider and putting some extra points into strength, as well as adjusting its head shape and teeth. All in all, they made a total of 20 edits to 14 genes, producing the closest thing we can get to a direwolf short of time travel. Which is cool as fuck.
It is.
5 years before a man-made horror beyond comprehension breaks out of that fucking lab and we are all playing Resident Evil.
That's okay. I don't mind. At least, we got some fluffy, beautiful creatures. So what? So what if they create a man-made monster at some point? At least we got some fluffy wolves and they look very cute. So it's fine.
Platypus are weird, but
Harry,
I'm not
the
sure you
platypus.
quite understand just how fucking weird. Everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the sport.
They sweat milk? What? Excuse me?
So everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creator and just called it a day. But you see,
They're
mate,
cute.
that's barely
They're
even
cute.
scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm not fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it.
Oh no. Guys, wait. He didn't say they were from Australia, did he? Or did I miss that? Because I was going to say, should I go to Australia? But maybe they're not in Australia.
Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent.
What?
They glow. If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that is, we have no clue why they do it.
Because it looks cool. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about that. It looks pretty cool.
I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus, man. I'll give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing?
True!
Australia has a straight-up Pokemon. Introducing the brushtail possum. More specifically, the golden brushtail possum. Native to the land down under and one of the rare examples of an Australian animal that isn't expressly designed to DoorDash you straight to heaven. You see, the brushtail is one of a grand total of...
Again. A friend shape. Why not friend? Look at it. It looks so fluffy and cute.
23 species of Australian possum, which,
Damn.
despite the name, share absolutely no relation to the red-blooded American opossum. These adorable little marsupials come in all shapes and sizes, from ringtail possum to the sugar glider, and to our protagonist here, the golden brushtail, which is really just a common brushtail possum with a rare genetic mutation called leucism that causes them to lose the pigment in their skin. So basically, it's a fucking shiny Pokemon. Coming in at around 4.5 kilos and 40 centimeters in length, these tree-dwelling marsupials are nocturnal and primarily herbivores, mainly consisting on a diet of leaves and fruit. And for added cute points, as marsupials, yes, they carry around their babies in a little pouch like their roided-out cousin the kangaroo. However, come on, the thing is from Australia, you didn't really think these bad boys would be squeaky clean, did you?
I had hoped they would be friendly, but of course not. It's Australia, man. Nothing is friendly there.
You see, they aren't
Except the people,
entirely herbivores. Sure, they love a good salad. They will also quite happily raid a bird's nest and turn Tweety's kids into a 3-egg omelette. Roadkill? Sounds like a fine steak dinner to me. And just because it's not a venomous predator doesn't mean it can't take your fucking finger off. And the cherry on top, Aussie Pikachu here doesn't go Pika Pika. No, you see, Down Under doesn't have Pokemon trainers because when you step into the tall grass out here, you hear this absolute fucking demon. Australia.
What was that? Huh? Oh, nah. If I heard that in the middle of the night, I would shit my pants. No joke, that sounds terrifying. Holy. Let me look at the comments on this one. Hold up. Satan Zoo. The noise this creature makes is more than enough to warrant that name. Once again, more proof that Australia is legitimately hell spilling out onto Earth. I'm sorry, Australia, but the more I learn about Australia, the more I think that's true. Australia is kind of like God's playground. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know if I should react to more Parz in the comments down below. Okay, bye!